What's up, y'all? Just got done with my walk and I've been thinking about life itself recently, and it just occurred to me, today that all life requires a sacrifice to continue to live. All life. Even plants. Yes, they do feed off of the sun, but in the soil there's trillions and trillions of microorganisms in the soil and other dead organisms that have died long time ago. Even, dead leaves and pine straw and other things that decompose. That's what makes up a portion of the soil that plants feed off of. And then I was even thinking about inanimate objects, even rocks themselves. Even they require energy. Time, pressure, heat. There's 3 different types of rocks. I had to look it up. They're all a little bit different, but even inanimate objects like a rock require energy in order to be formed. And even our regular inanimate objects like this phone that I'm looking at right now required energy, required a sacrifice to make. It required the time and energy of someone planning and creating this phone, looking at the blueprints, looking at the development, and then in the production. So many moving parts in the production that require energy, that require sacrifice. Not just by humans, but by the machines themselves. And then the maintenance of the machines to make this phone. The charging of this phone with electricity. So even inanimate objects require sacrifice, require energy. And I was also thinking that there is nothing in this world that is fully independent. Everything formed came from something else. Everything formed required that sacrifice, required the energy of something else to be formed. And if it's alive, to continue to live, it continues to need energy and sacrifice. And nothing is fully independent of itself. Nothing. Something had to happen to make that thing. Like I said, even, rock formations and stuff like that. And I was watching a couple of videos of people talking about, them not eating, animal products anymore, going vegan and people going vegetarian and stuff. I think that's awesome. I think that's noble. And I may end up going that route one day just to experiment. Kind of in that realm right now of experimentation. But again, you have to think about, even if you're just eating plants, that is a sacrifice of that plant, Unless you're eating, just fruit, just nuts, things that have already fallen off the plant and are already on the ground. And that's all you eat. But you're still requiring a sacrifice to live. you're still requiring energy. No matter what, you can't escape it, as a human. And even if you go full-fledged breatharian, where you're not even eating food, you know, you're still requiring sacrifice and energy to live because of the things you use every day, Like I said, even me using this phone, something had to sacrifice to make this phone. It did not just appear. So even if you're full-fledged, breatharian, you're still requiring energy and sacrifice. And just living your life and using the things that you use every day. Even if you were in, the mountain, a breatharian, solitary in the mountains, and you're in a cave, so you're not even building, having any materials or having to kill a tree or anything to make your sustenance. You're in a cave that's already been formed, and you're breatharian. You're not eating food. You still required energy and sacrifice because something made that cave. Right? Time, pressure, energy made that cave. So it's like you just can't escape it. We're all connected. We all require energy. And that was my thing with the people going, vegan and stuff like that. All props to you, but it's like you can't really get all high and mighty about it, in my opinion, because it still requires energy and sacrifice. It's just a different form. Like I said, go for it, and I might be headed that direction one day as well, but I'll never brag about it. I'll never boast about it. That's just my decision, and that should be your decision if you choose to do that. But don't push it on other people or boast and brag about it. Because if you really think about it, you're still requiring energy and sacrifice. And then it goes back into, it's interesting that we categorize life as humans, what do I say that? What do I mean by that? I mean that, we view ourselves higher than animals. And animals are higher than, plants and insects. Just based on, is it, awareness? Is it consciousness? Is it the ability to feel pain? Or is it just because we were able to make tools and master our surroundings? And it always just fascinates me how we can categorize life itself based on what we think life is. Attributes that we place into other organisms. So it's like if one day, I don't know, some crazy, like monkeys or dogs somehow conquered us, they gained the ability to conquer us, would they then view us how we view them now? So is whatever is able to conquer things around it, we're then able to determine that what level of life it's at, its own level of consciousness or awareness. I don't know, that just interests me. So those are my thoughts.